Hey, it's Julie. Oh, it feels like so long. It's been so long since I filmed a YouTube. I say that in every YouTube video. But yeah, this is my first Q&A on YouTube, which is very exciting. So thank you to everyone who submitted questions so that I could make this video. Thank you, thank you. And yeah, I really love watching Q&A videos on YouTube. It's like one of my favorite videos to watch on YouTube, so yay for me getting to do my first Q&A on YouTube. I'll start with the questions that I got on Instagram. The first question I got was from Reenie Blah. Thank you so much, Reenie. Favorite moment when filming To All the Boys? This is a really tricky question. Okay, so my first day on set of To All the Boys, I only actually had one day on set of To All the Boys P.S. I Still Love You, the second movie. So on that one day, and I thought that was the only time I was gonna get on set, it was that one day. So that day was like very, you know, a big day for me. And going in, it was so special because like it turned out that Jenny Han's whole entire family was like on set that day. So her parents played actually Lara Jean's grandparents in that scene where they do the traditional Korean bow. That was actually to Jenny Han's parents. So yeah, Jenny Han's parents played the grandparents of Lara Jean. Hopefully that's making sense. So yeah, Jenny Han's parents were there, so I got to meet Jenny Han. Not only Jenny Han, but Jenny Han's parents as well. And Jenny Han's sister was there. Yeah, so a lot of Jenny Han's family members were there. And that was just really cool. It just made everything even more cozy and special, and I could tell like in Jenny Han's parents' eyes how proud they were of Jenny. Like, wouldn't you be? Obviously you would be proud of Jenny Han if you were her parents. And yeah, they were so sweet. And I don't know, it just makes it seem more, I don't know, like familiar when you have like more senior Asian folks around. I don't know, it just feels cozy. I don't know how to describe it, but that was a really, really special day. And I forgot to bring my books for Jenny Han to sign. I actually didn't know that she was going to be there. I didn't know that her family was going to be there. So yeah, I didn't prepare that. I didn't bring my Jenny Han books for Jenny to sign, unfortunately. But I got a selfie with Jenny Han, so yay. Yeah, I don't know if that's like my favorite moment. It's just something that's like really special about that first day that I had. And then the subsequent days were, I had 2 days on To All the Boys 3, Always and Forever. And those days were really fun too. I just was in the background and I didn't have any lines. So it was really relaxed for me, and I didn't have to like worry or stress too much about, you know, like my makeup or like if my clothes were looking okay and everything, because I was just in the background. Whereas on the first day for P.S. I Still Love You, I was a little bit more stressed because I had lines, so I wanted to do Haven Justice. And I also, it was actually kind of a hectic day too, because they hadn't even decided, they had not even decided my outfit yet. So originally, so they put me in this like, actually it's similar to what I'm wearing today. They put me in this gray cardigan with a like a jade green or a sage green type of tank top underneath. And then I had my own green choker, which I also wore to my audition and my callback. So I was gonna wear that choker. It was like this army green choker, and it was like thick, and it had like gold chains in between, so it looked kind of like rebellious, like kind of like military chic, I don't know. But that was like the look. And then they changed it to the red sweater and the black tank top underneath. And then I also thankfully brought like other chokers as options, so then I put on my other black choker. But yeah, they couldn't really decide on the outfit at first on that morning. So originally I changed into that green outfit at first, and then they deliberated and said they wanted the red and black outfit, so then I changed into the red and black outfit. So yeah, it was like it was still fun, but I was a little confused because I didn't know what I was wearing. Yeah, but I think the black and red is actually the better choice, so they picked the right thing because it looks so much better with the mise-en-scène of that scene, and just like the brick in the background, or I don't know if that's brick, but it just matches a lot better with that scene and with all the other colors that was in the scene when I was talking to Lara Jean and Kitty. And it was just cool to observe Lana and Anna and their like improv, like the whole fist bump thing. I think that was like an improv, or at least it wasn't in our script. So they just came up with that on their own after the whole interaction with Haven. They just did a little cute little fist bump, and yeah, it was just cool to see their acting skills because they're pros. Okay, Carissa asks, hello Carissa, thank you for submitting questions. Carissa asks, fave character you've ever played? My favorite character that I've ever played? That's tough. I mean, like in some auditions, like each audition is technically like an opportunity to play a different character. So I've had some auditions where I really liked that character. So yeah, I could say those, but I can't actually like say those characters, if you get what I mean, because I can't like disclose what characters I auditioned for if the productions are not released yet. But the best character that I've ever played that I actually got the role of is probably Haven. Probably. Except I was really intimidated to play Haven because I felt like she was like really intimidating and really cool. Like in the books, she's described as very trendy and, you know, pretentious, low-key pretentious, because she knows all these indie rock bands that you've never heard of, and she knows all their discographies. So I'm not cool like that. I listen to very mainstream music like Katy Perry, so it was kind of a challenge to play her, but it was still fun. Yeah, Haven's probably my favorite. And actually it's funny because my favorite TV show is actually this sci-fi show called Haven, which aired on the Sci-Fi Network, and that's my favorite TV show. And then I got to play a character named the exact same name, Haven. So I think that was kind of cool. Carissa also asks, which actors inspire you? Well, my favorite actor is Colin Firth, and my favorite actress, probably Brie Larson. So they definitely inspire me, but there's so many good performances out there in so many things, like Kaya Scott Ilario and Lana Condor too. Like, she's a huge role model. I think she really captured Lara Jean and just like captured the whole like rom-com protagonist in such a perfect way. And now I'll go to the Tumblr questions. I'm gonna actually type my answers also, or type my answers. Oh wait, how do I do that? I didn't really think this out. Okay, this way I can type. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna actually type the answer onto here too. One of the questions is, are you engaged or married? No, I'm not engaged and I'm not married, but a long marriage is definitely an important life goal to me. A long happy marriage, let's edit that. A long happy marriage. I do frequently wear a yellow sapphire and emerald ring on my ring finger, which is a gift from my loved one. That's this ring, which I wear a lot. So Oh, why is that not focusing? Okay, it focused. I painted my nails today. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. Today is Valentine's Day, and to all the boys fans, to all the boys fans, hopefully you tuned into the live stream that was on YouTube from Lana and Noah today. Okay, I'm gonna post this answer. Does acting pay well? That's the next question. I only started getting paid professional acting jobs in 2018/2019. So I'm pretty new to the whole getting paid to act thing. So in my most lucrative year, I made between 10K and 20K from acting jobs alone. So in a sense, Mom, I'm filming something. In comparison to other careers, you could say it doesn't pay that much, but I never even dreamed I could get to the point where I could be paid so much from acting. So to me, it's a lot. Lol. I'm very grateful for the jobs that I have gotten. The jobs I've gotten are still really small roles, however. So if you get larger roles, like recurring TV show roles, you would be paid more. It is a bit, what should I say? It is a bit difficult to get paid a lot. Like in acting, okay, here, let me explain. So in acting, there's small roles, which is just like less than 5 lines, which is called an actor role. And then so those would usually take like 1 day to film, or even like a few hours to film. So you would only be on set for like a few hours or just 1 day. And yeah, so that would be an acting gig. But if you do score a larger gig, like a larger role where you're maybe doing 1 entire season, or you're doing like every single episode in 1 season of a TV show, then obviously you'll be paid more. So the roles that I've gotten so far are actor roles or principal roles. So principal is like more than 5 lines, but still really small. So like still like you film it on just like 1 day or 2 days. Hopefully that answers your question. Like Michael, what's his name? Not Michael, Matthew McConaughey, he would be paid a lot more than me because I'm just starting out. So it's pretty difficult to, I would say, to get roles. I mean, it is very competitive because a lot of people are struggling actors. Like there's so many excellent actors who aren't getting paid acting jobs at all. So that just shows you how difficult it is and competitive it is. And it's not that those people are bad actors or that they don't deserve to get acting jobs. It's just that in order to get an acting job, you have to be, you know, in the right place in the right time. You have to have a good agent representing you. And I mean, no, you don't have to, but most of the time this is the case. And then there has to be a lot of other factors that are in your favor, which is just kind of comes down to luck. And you also have to be, you know, good or you have to fit the role. So all these other factors, it could be like, oh, you're too short, or you're too pretty, or your eye color is not what they want, you know. It's just like all these like things. Or maybe like they don't like your voice, like your voice is too low pitched, or your voice is too high pitched. All of these things factor into it. So it's like yeah, it's kind of like winning the lottery to get a part. So yeah, but once you develop your career and you are able to advance your career and get to the point where you are like Nicole Kidman or Matthew McConaughey, then you will be paid well. So yeah, but it's just like with any sort of struggling artist type of thing. Like, you know, there's so many artists throughout history that never even got paid until after they were dead. So I wouldn't say that acting pays well. In theory, it kind of does, because, you know, per hour, you do kind of get a lot. But when you look at it in an annual basis, you only get, it's very rare to get an acting gig. You get these big checks, but they're only once or twice a year. So you can't really sustain or pay rent, at least here in Vancouver, from those checks, unless they're like bigger roles, like recurring roles, or, you know, a bigger role in a movie. A lot of actors can blow the money that they make because they get this big check, you know, maybe from like a week's worth of being on set or something, and then they spend it. But then because there's no job security, that's not really a wise thing to do. Like, you shouldn't, like, it is a lot of money maybe if you do like a week's worth of being on set, but it's actually not really, if that like, it's a lot, but it's not a lot, because you can blow that really fast. So, you know, you see a lot of like child actors who like just blow all their money, or at least I've heard of that happening in Hollywood before. So if you're an actor, save those checks, because there's no job security and you don't know when you're gonna get your next acting gig. Is there a lot of acting jobs in your city? There is a lot. Okay, this question, it depends, because it's all relative. I think compared to New York or Los Angeles, Vancouver does not have as many acting jobs. Vancouver is a service industry, so most of our productions here are productions that come here to shoot from LA. Service industry means that the industry here serves and caters to LA. There's not that much like Vancouver rooted, homegrown, like acting jobs and stuff that are Canadian acting jobs and have no affiliation with the US. So yes, but there is a lot of acting jobs in Vancouver compared to, you know, Manitoba or Alberta. So in Canada, Vancouver and Toronto would be the hotspots for acting. So if you're Canadian and you don't have dual citizenship with the US, the best bet is to move to Vancouver or to Toronto to audition in those cities, because that's where most of the Canadian opportunities for Canadian actors would be. Okay, I forgot to type that. Let me see. Okay, so I answered everything, and my shirt matches Yoshi's color exactly. Anyway, that's it. 下次见, jujubes. Bye. And I hope you learned something interesting from this Q&A.